I'm going to get started in just a few minutes. And I'm going to get started. Hiya! And welcome back to Nekojishi. Probably the cutest game that we've played on here and ever will play on here. Okay, so let's just hop right in. On the way, I go with Senpai and get some sandwiches and soy milk for lunch. Then we made it to my first lecture. Just as he wanted, Senpai sits in on my lesson. Granted, it's not his subject and he has no reason to be here. Thankfully, there's a lot of people here today, so he won't be noticed. I sit in my usual spot in the middle of the classroom while Senpai sits right next to me. Then so do Tiger and Leopard. Do they really need their own seats, though? My gaze turns to them. Tiger looks calm and used to it. but Leopard's on edge. Ever since we got onto the campus, he's been looking at pretty much everything as if he's in some crazy new world. Even after we took our seats, he's still at it. How different is his hometown anyway? Although I'm curious, he hasn't spoken a word, so I ignore him for now and get ready for class. Class begins, I start taking notes while Senpai plays with his phone. All goes as expected, well, except for Leopard, who, to my surprise, is leaning over onto my desk to see what I'm writing. It's a little weird having someone reading over my shoulder like this. I mean, unlike earlier this morning on the computer, I don't mind him watching me. Hey, Aborigine, stop disturbing Liao. Not disturbing. Then keep some distance. You're distracting him from his studies, you know. It is a little distracting to have a big cat face right next to your notebook, but I don't mind. Leopard moves his head away from my desk. And you shouldn't just hang around here like some peasant. Do you know how bothersome you are? If you want to stay, stay, but stop disturbing others. It's just pathetic. Not disturbing. On God asks for trouble. I ask for trouble, you say? You're full of trouble yourself, breaking into other people's lives and not being aware of it. I don't mind if you insist on staying, but you could at least be considerate. Take a seat and keep yourself away from Liao as far as possible. On God's words, not listening. What? Are they seriously going to argue over this? I look at Senpai, but he just glances over at Tiger and Leopard before returning to his phone. Right, I am a Han God, and I'm the protector of Liao. If you want Liao's help, you'd better listen to me. It's basic manners. On God asks for trouble, not listening. Now I am asking for trouble. If you... Knock it off, I'm in class, you two! Oh. Crap. I just realized that I shouted that aloud, in a classroom where no one else knows what the hell I'm going on about. Expectedly, everyone in the room stares at me. Sir, what are you going on about? No, it was nothing. I'm so sorry. I was just dreaming. I quietly try to muster my defense. Don't doze off in my class. If you want to sleep, you shouldn't be here. This is your last chance, understood? Yes, understood. Damn it, I'm completely lost with my notes now. There's two cats. Liao, I'm sorry. I'm not used to the Aborigine, and I forgot you could hear us. But like I said before, others won't hear us. There may be many situations like this from now on, so you should get accustomed to it. Yeah, I realize that now. I just need some time to be accustomed to this, and you're in no place to criticize me. I feel ashamed and angry as I bury my face in my arms. I can't even listen to the class at this point. Those two troublemakers remain silent from then onwards, which isn't much help now that the entire room has their eyes on me. Afterwards, I have to drag myself out of class. At least Senpai gives me a reassuring pat on the shoulder. You alright, Liao? That really could have gone better. Yeah, it really could have. What the hell was I thinking? Sorry. Don't you even say that. It's alright, you don't have to... I just remember that I'm talking nothing again. Thankfully, this time I'm walking in the corridor, and it looks like I'm just talking to Senpai. Liao, why do you keep covering up for this Aborigine? Could you stop calling him Aborigine? It's really not appropriate these days. I make sure to speak quietly, pretending that I'm only talking to Senpai. There's no need to play the race card now, and he didn't really bother me to begin with, so just don't lay the blame on him. Firstly, he called me a Han God. Secondly, Aborigine is a proper noun. It's not like I've been calling him a barbarian. It's not your words, it's your attitude. So you mean I shouldn't hate him? Yes? I can't do that. Alright, sure, you're a guardian tiger from a high temple, but why be so strict? I mean, I'm a Han God as well, but Likulao doesn't bother me. You're not nearly qualified to argue with me, you kitten. Hey, don't call me kitten. I leave them alone and walk to my next class. At least they somehow managed to stop arguing during my next class. Finally, I have some peace. Senpai's full attention is now on his phone, but my notes are severely lacking. I see some of the same people from my last class looking at me. Embarrassed, I can't help but try and huddle away from their eyes, knowing full well I won't be able to escape until class is over. Thankfully, it's not long before the lesson ends and I can finally rest my uneasy soul. Just as soon as I step outside, Senpai comes around in front of me and blocks my way dramatically. Liao, let's go get dinner. We already missed our chance at lunch, so we have to get something nice. Alright, what do you want? A big hot pot. Senpai, aren't you forgetting that we have club practice tonight? Even when we have practice, we still have to eat. We're in the dance club, and no matter how you look at it, it's not a great idea to dance on a full stomach. And that's not the only issue. For starters, a hot pot would be way too filling, and secondly, we wouldn't have the time to eat one to begin with. Sorry, Senpai, there's no way I'm dancing after eating that much food. What? It's such a great chance to dine with you, Liao. It's alright. We'll have lots of chances. No need to hurry. I just thought, alright, but you better keep your word. I will. So for now, how about we just head off to the cafeteria? Yeah! We move to the cafeteria and find a table for 4. It's kind of a waste, even though there's technically 4 of us. After securing a table, Senpai and I go get the food. I guess Leopard's never been to a cafeteria, so he comes too. Tiger, on the other hand, follows Leopard, probably just wanting to keep an eye on him. Our college has a super huge cafeteria. They have everything. Bentos, noodles, meat, hamburgers, desserts, even a drink bar. You could probably find whatever you wanted. Since we don't have much time, I go for something simple. A chicken thigh rice. Senpai ends up getting himself some pork rib noodles and, well, an extra large soft drink. Senpai, are you really going to drink that much before practice? I thought it was only recitation day, right? Right. We're not supposed to have full club practice today. There's only a recitation for the show yesterday. It should be over in a couple minutes. But you never know, so I'm not about to stuff myself. When I try to argue further with Senpai, Tiger comes back from the stalls. Liao, what is that? Hamburger? It's just a hamburger, like meat, salad, and sauce between 2 sesame seed buns. There should be a picture over there on the menu. It does seem that they have many meats available. Oh yeah, mostly pork or beef. Or chicken, though. What? You don't even know what a hamburger is? What rock do you live under? My worshippers don't use them as sacrifice. Traditionally speaking, he is right to not have seen one. So I guess with your family, that means you won't have had any before coming here too, then. Hey, it's not like I live under a rock too. I love hamburgers. I even have egg burgers for breakfast all the time. Egg burger? So that's the same thing? Well, kinda. It's meat between 2 buns, but with a fried egg. That doesn't sound as nice as the menu pictures make it out to be. What are you laughing at? So you've been well acquainted with this for a long time then, kitten? A long time ago? You mean before I possessed this body? Well, I'm not sure. I have all his memories after all, and I can't tell if those are his or mine, so maybe I didn't know before. I see. So why do you ask? Nothing. Simple curiosity. The old man definitely wants hamburger. Wait, really? So how about I get one for you? No, it's fine. But Liao, can you eat any more? Me? Nah, I'm not hungry. So you're just going to throw all of that away. What a waste. I thought he wanted to eat a burger, though. It's not like I need to eat anything. Wow, Liao, and you call yourself a Jitong? Your guardian tiger here is a spirit. He doesn't literally eat things. What? No, wait. So what do you mean by he doesn't eat things? How should I explain? So, when a god eats something, they just eat the chi within. They don't actually eat any of the food itself. Basically, humans won't see a difference. So, it's more like an offering. Yeah, so when you buy a hamburger for the old man over here, he gets to enjoy the taste, but you have to finish it anyway. Otherwise, we'll just have to throw it away. Okay, so this chi you mentioned, is that something gods need? Yeah, we need it, but gods won't run short on chi as long as people worship them. You're basically the priest for the old man, so he won't be hungry if you're here. I'm not that lucky since my food at Gong doesn't have any worshippers these days. Although a god can maintain their power as long as a priest is present, it's better to have some offerings. Offerings are the best way to obtain chi and attain people's belief, after all. So, I'm the priest. You placed my statue on your shelf, did you not? You are also my worshipper, so your room could be considered my temple, and therefore, you are my priest. What a cruddy temple. So all this time, I've been serving my guardian tiger, but by that logic, I've done embarrassing things in the temple. Is that even okay? That, and I've never worshipped Tiger's statue properly, not to mention sacrifices. I don't really like the family traditions, but now I feel like I've treated him unfairly because I ignored them. It's alright, I'm not really hungry. I just wanted to try. I've never even offered him a sacrifice before, so I can't just say no for the first time he's ever actually asked for something. So I'll just go get one. It's fine, Liao. There's no need to waste it. That's right, you can get one tomorrow and eat it for dinner. Now that you can see him, you can just buy him whatever he wants anyway. However, you know God will punish you if you waste food. Yeah, okay. I've pretty much decided now to buy my guardian tiger whatever he wants. He's a guardian tiger of my family. It's the least I can do for him after ignoring him for so long. Now that I think about it, maybe a leopard wants something to eat as well. I look around to find him staring at the drink bar. Never mind, I think he's good. Returning to my dinner, I finish off my chicken thigh rice, return my tray, and head off to club practice with Senpai. The venue for dance club is a place we call the Mirror Wall. It's basically an open veranda room with the back wall covered in mirrors. We find a corner to drop off our things while the other club members are standing around talking. Tiger leans against a pillar, watching us from the other side of the crowd. Leopard seems enamored with the wall itself. I don't think he's ever seen such a big mirror before. He must be pretty happy to watch us practice after the show last night. Usually, I would hang around with the other freshmen, but I just decided to keep an eye on Senpai. Everyone around us is in high spirits after last night's show. Then our club leader arrives to give us a rousing speech about the show. The whole club echoes their excitement, and I feel it too. I share this honor with my fellow club members. Our successes and our failures are all felt as one. It's just how we are. What a good club. I'll miss it. Senpai, are you alright? You don't seem yourself. Did you get a cold? No. Why? Can't I be sentimental sometimes? I didn't mean it like that, but what's wrong? Has anything happened to you? Well, I was talking as a guardian tiger because, I'll have to leave school if you decide to go to Meowly with me. Well, really, I'll have to leave anyway, even if you don't take my offer. That's right, you have to go back anyway. Yeah, though after being in this body for so long, I've started thinking that being a human isn't that bad. It's such a lovely club, it's pretty rare, right? After all, based on my memories, well, that's not a good topic. What kind of topic? It's nothing. So about coming to Meowly, what do you think about it at the moment? Well, it's really not that easy. All three of you want my help. You can help all of us then. No way. Is it really impossible? I know it's not easy, but it's not like it's going to take like 5 years or something. I'm sure that Guardian Tiger doesn't need you home right away. So I'm sure there's some way you can do that and manage to help me as well as that leopard. How long would that take then? 10 years? I need to give up dancing during the best years of my life. There's no way. Then couldn't you just help me? It's not that easy. You said it would take more than 3 years. So how many years exactly? And then how am I supposed to rejuvenate your temple? I have no idea at this point. That's a good point. I didn't really explain it to you before. Let me see. It's just a small temple, so it definitely won't take a lot of effort to run. More specifically, you gotta do the housekeeping, advertise for the temple, offer help to people who come, and so on. Isn't that a lot? Well, those are all the petty things. But we have to build people's confidence in us step by step. It's never easy to convince people, so I can't tell you how long it's going to take. Honestly, it sounds boring. Maybe you can entertain yourself by dancing? There's no way that will work. And you know that well, Senpai. I'd have no tutor or clubmates. I wouldn't get anywhere. That's true, but at least you have me. Just consider it. But Senpai, I couldn't do all this while I'm at school, could I? Since I can't just drop out of school, will you wait until I graduate? Even then, if I choose to take 2 years off, I need to perform my military service before that. And then 2 years with you? That's probably the end of my dancing career as it is. I know, but seriously speaking, it's not easy to feed yourself by dancing anyway. Even Yan Shu-Chi, never considered dancing as a real career option. Do you think you could really manage that? But I can't just give up all the effort that I've put into this, and all the lengths I've gone to so far. Well, honestly, haven't you only been dancing for like half a year? Hell no! I wanted to do this since high school. It's not like my other options are any better anyway. I don't really care for that stuffy religious stuff. I came to Taipei because I didn't want to be constrained by my family. Now you expect me to give what little I have up just because I have some special talent? I know, it's not something you can decide in a day, but I want you to think about it. I've just been driven up the wall. I'm seeking your help because I really have no way out. So just think about it, alright? I want to work something out with you, Senpai, but Hey, Shuchi, come over here. The club leader is calling Senpai over. Yeah, right away. Senpai heads off immediately. Seems like they're going to have a meeting. After all, Senpai is pretty important around here. He's basically the backbone of our club. So I guess that's the end of our conversation. There was more I wanted to talk to him about. To avoid just standing there, I ready myself to move on, when suddenly one of the other guys puts me on the spot. Yo, Liao, what's up with you and Shuchi Senpai? What's up with us? You two seem pretty weird today. You come to practice together, then spend heaps of time all buddy-buddy with him. So what, you dating him? What a bad boy. What the hell? No, that's nonsense. We're not in that kind of relationship. So what's going on between you two? We were just talking normally. Honestly, it was a serious conversation. How could that be taken as romantic? How suspicious. I didn't see you two being that close before. It's not like you two were inconspicuous about it either. You see, all the other guys are staring at you. Really? I look around to find a few guys from the Shuchi Senpai Admirers Club literally staring at me. What the hell? We were just talking! Our club has a pretty chill atmosphere, evidently so chill that people will gossip about anything. Now that everyone's going to think we're in cahoots or something, is every club like this? Or maybe it's just ours. But I was just... So what were you doing before you arrived here together? We had dinner? Wow, and you said you weren't in a relationship? I'm not in a relationship. Just admit it, we're buddies, right? It's not that bad to be in love with Senpai. He's super cute. Like I said, we were not. Convince me all you want. You'll just have to convince the entire club at this rate. People want the truth. Okay. Liao said there's nothing going on. Just leave him alone already. Some other guy grabs the shoulder of the person talking to me. Come on. You don't see risque things like this every day. You don't see a fight every day either, so back off or I'll beat you. I like that guy. Of course he won't really beat up anybody, but those guys seemed bored of teasing me anyway. Thank God. Thanks a lot, Jihao. One thing I know about Jihao, even though there's 1,000 people with his name, this guy's actually Aboriginal Taiwanese, like the name's origins would suggest. You're welcome. Sometimes you just have to be tough with them. Well, I mean, it's hard to deny some of the stuff they've been saying. After all, Shuchi, possessed by a leopard cat, has been living with me since last night. Embarrassed, I try to avoid Jihao's gaze and notice leopards sulking around. Right. There's something I could ask Jihao. Jihao, you're a Rukai, right? Seeing Leopard reminded me that Jihao helped us with a lot of information on the Rukai traditions for the show last night. Maybe he knows something. Yeah, I am. What's up? Which tribe? Tribe? Where's your hometown? Wutai. Is that what you want? Yeah! What a coincidence! Coincidence? It's nothing really. I can't exactly tell him there's a clouded leopard from Wutai who wants my help, but I really want to ask him something about it. How should I do this? It's alright. It's just that, are you familiar with Rukai traditions? Oh god, that's loud. Rukai traditions? I know a bit. Anything you want to know? Do you know of any Rukai gods who are clouded leopards? Well, I'm afraid it's not my specialty. Clouded leopards. Honestly, I have no idea. None at all? I don't know, or at least I can't come up with anything off the top of my head. Like I said, I don't know much about this stuff. But I have an aunt who teaches this stuff. I can ask her for help. Really? Please ask for her for me. I'd owe you one. You're welcome. It's no skin off my nose. Afterwards, I say goodbye to Jihao, and he heads off, somewhat relieved that's over. I am kind of worried that Leopard overheard what we were talking about. Luckily, he's too busy watching some of the guys practice to take notice. Or for that matter, see how embarrassed I was. It's kind of strange though. Jihao probably would at least know all the big Rukai gods. Could there really be no clouded leopard gods in the Rukai? I mean, even with his modest knowledge of his ancestors' traditions, he's usually on top of this stuff. I start to wonder if I should ask Leopard about it, when I'm interrupted by Senpai coming back over. Liao, sorry for keeping you waiting. Huh? What's wrong? You seem down. I'm fine. It's just, honestly, some guys were making fun of me. It just put me off a bit. Making fun of Liao? What about? It's about you. They're starting to catch on that I'm suddenly spending more time with you. There's been a bunch of gossip about it. Oh, it's fine. Leave them be. You're not the one being harassed. What does it matter? Are they going to hurt you? You never know. Heaps of those guys are into you, and you know it. I might get murdered one day. Okay, now you're just being dramatic. Don't worry about it. Even if they come asking for trouble, I won't let anyone else touch you one single bit. Whatever, it's not like you'll always be around to stop them. Right, so I'll just have to stay with Liao all the time. Senpai, this whole time that's been your real intention, right? Stop messing around with me. Come on, it's not like we can make the rumors disappear by themselves. My dog's being weird. And it's not like I'm going to let some gossip get between us. You know how much your help means to me. So just don't give a crap about the rumors. I'll be here to protect you, Liao, no matter what happens. So don't worry about it, okay? I don't think your words are very credible, Senpai. I thought you'd at least deny that. I don't really care. Like I said, I'll protect you, Liao, regardless if you trust me or not. Besides, you not trusting me means I'm just being too cute for you to handle. What? No, it's not like that. Senpai? Okay, I'll go easy on you for now. Actually, I was about to go home and grab my stuff. There's nothing else scheduled for the club today, so you can go home early too. Oh, yeah, sounds good. There's no way I'm staying around with all that heat on me today. Issue is leaving with Senpai is just going to throw fuel on the fire. What to do? I'm going home, Liao. See you later. He says it loud enough to get people's attention. Damn it, he did that on purpose. I better get out of here before people start asking questions. I pull my guardian tiger and pull the daydreaming clouded leopard aside and get my butt out of there as fast as possible, quickly making my way home. Whew, I'm exhausted. I chuck my backpack on the ground, just about ready to throw myself onto my bed, but I can't take a break just yet. It's a pain, but no matter how tired I am, I can't just go to bed without having a shower. I wrestle my body away from its soft retreat and head to the bathroom, getting into the shower. After the shower, I get dressed and start to tidy up my room, when I hear a knock from the door. It's probably Senpai. Liao, I'm home. I open the door to find Senpai lugging a full-on travel suitcase down the corridor. Where is he even going to put this much stuff? Senpai, that bag's huge. Where are you even going to put it? So just let it be my personal closet. It's a perfect fit for the front corner of your room. You just have to move your folding table out of the way. You really planned this out, didn't you? It's all because I like you, Liao. What kind of response is that? I'm giving up on trying to reason with the sky. Senpai then invites himself into my room, humming a cheery tune while he begins making himself at home. Before I know it, he's finished setting up his stuff and is off to the bathroom. I'm so tired. I collapse onto my bed, complaining to no one but myself. Liao, I'm not sure if I'm worrying too much, but I believe you should watch out for that kitten. What's wrong? Simply put, I don't trust him. I have no reason to trust some so-called guardian tiger who used to be a Yaoguai. So he's a Yaoguai who became a guardian tiger? Correct, although I've never heard about any leopard cat guardian tigers. Even if he was genuine, he would have once been a leopard cat Yaoguai who had been subdued and taken in by a local god of soil. But an ex-Yaoguai is still a Yaoguai. Keep that in mind. I mean, I can't say his actions haven't been weird. I'm still not sure how I feel about him possessing Shuchi-senpai. I mean, he's Shuchi for now, but what happens to the real Yan Shuchi? On top of that, people are starting to think we're in a relationship. I feel bad for Yan Shuchi. This will be his problem too once it's all over. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Honestly, I just need to sleep after all the drama today. I don't really care about who's sleeping with me. To avoid the fight, I just pull up my quilt and close my eyes. Senpai will probably turn off the light anyway. I close my eyes and think. Everything that's happened, everything I could do, and all the things I didn't do, they all weigh upon my mind as I fall asleep. When I wake up the next day, I feel the same soft warmth next to me. The same big cat is in my bed, sleeping away next to me. I'm glad they didn't make drama over it last night. Sadly, I can't sleep forever. It's about time for me to leave, so I get up out of bed and get ready to go to class. Liao, wait a minute. You should wear more. It's chilly outside today. What? No, I'll be fine with what I had on yesterday. You won't be fine. You only went out past noon yesterday. It's hardly the same. Well, I'll be fine later on. Even Senpai's wearing even less than me. Yeah, Liao's right. We're young. We can handle the cold. Who cares about that kitten? Who cares about that kitten? Even the power of a guardian tiger won't stop his body from catching a cold. Although you are different, being under the protection of my blessings. I'm not a kitten. So, if you're with me, I'll be fine. As much as my blessings can prevent you from catching a cold, I can't help you recover from one. Liao, you're a good kid, but a few more garments won't hurt. Jeez, you don't need to treat me like a kid. Fine, I'll put something on. I can't argue with him, so I end up putting on a thick, fluffy coat on over top of what I was going to wear. I don't think I need it, but at least the fur on the insides does keep me warm. I can already tell I'll be hot after wearing it for a while. Okay, I'm heading out now. I grab my backpack and open the door. As you could guess, all three of the big cats follow suit. Once I make it to class, I sit down and things get started. At least Tiger and Leopard haven't gotten into any fights so far today. Maybe my harsh words yesterday got through to them. Tiger sits in the back corner of the lecture hall, clearly disgruntled by the situation. Yep, he may not be happy about it, but at least he's not about to start a fight. Leopard sits next to me, focusing completely on the lecture. Compared to Senpai tapping away on his phone, he's an honor student. But I doubt he would understand a word the teacher's saying. Why is he trying so hard? Maybe he's trying to use his time to learn some Mandarin. Which is probably not a good idea. This is college level stuff after all. It's way too advanced. I hope he's not picking up anything weird from this. Disregarding Senpai's protest to go to a restaurant, we head to the cafeteria during lunch. After all, I promised Tiger that I'd get him a hamburger last night. Some of the super nice restaurants up around here have the best burgers in town. That'd be way too expensive. I'm a poor student here, you know. But eating at the cafeteria isn't romantic at all. I don't want anything romantic. What kind of person dines at fancy restaurants every day anyway? I mean, you know, it doesn't have to be fancy. I just want to go spend time with you somewhere nice. At least just this once, you could have a date with me. No. What? Liao, you're such a big bully. How am I even bullying you? Ignoring Senpai's complaints, I go and buy 2 hamburgers. So this is a hamburger. Am I seeing things, or are their eyes sparkling with desire? Tiger picks up the burger with his big paws, the palms of which almost cover the whole thing. Then, in a single movement, he finishes the whole thing in one bite. Not bad. The bread adds a lovely, crispy mouthfeel. It works well regardless of how little meat is in it. He then proceeds to lick his claws. It's a little scary. I look back at the table just to find the whole burger still sitting there. Oh, the hamburger's still here. Didn't I tell you this yesterday? A god only consumes the chi within an offering. They don't eat the actual food, so this one is for you, Liao. So what he ate was the chi from the burger? I guess it makes no difference to me. Even with Senpai's explanation, it's still kind of hard to believe that burger just got split in 2. That was only 1 burger, though. Is that even enough for you, Tiger? Even though I'm worrying about him, there's no way I could finish a 3rd burger. The other one's for Leopard anyway. No need to worry. I just wanted to experience the taste. I'm not hungry at all. Even if I were, you wouldn't be able to eat anymore, would you now? Yeah, I guess you're right. Although, if you really wanted to give me another one, I would gladly have the one that the aborigine has. Just as he says that, the leopard grabs his burger in a hurry, ready to eat it at a moment's notice. Are they seriously going to fight over a hamburger? Leopard sneers at Tiger, who returns with the contemptuous stare of his own. It seems like a fight could break out at any moment. That's enough. I'll get you guys hamburgers tomorrow if you want them so much. I interrupt them in an effort to avoid a fight. It seems to go over well enough, but in the end, is it really the burgers they want or not? After class, I show up with Senpai at dance club. As you could guess, us coming together caused an uproar. At this point, everyone's heard the rumors of me and Senpai being in love. Before coming, I told Senpai to deny it and to keep his distance, for both our sakes. It took a bit of work, though. He didn't agree until I threatened to kick him out. Thank God he did, though. I can finally talk to the other guys now. Even after all that, I'm still being asked about my relationship with Senpai. So aren't you and Shuchi Senpai in love or something? He's totally just trying to mess with me. Yeah, but for Shuchi to publicly admit his love for someone, first time I've seen that, it just doesn't feel like a joke, you know? Like, it's not something you should be embarrassed about. The only thing that's true is that we're not a thing. I don't have to deny it any more than that, right? Hey, I still don't buy it. Why else would you two be so close together then? I told you, it's all Senpai who... I can't focus on practice while being questioned like this, so I decided to take a break, taking a seat in the corner of the veranda room. Liao, would you like me to go knock some sense into that kitten for you? No thanks, it doesn't matter that much, even if he's being annoying. That and I don't want to see them fight each other. I don't even want to think about what would happen if they got into a fight here. I try to just stop thinking about it, looking towards Leopard to distract myself. He seems to be really into watching the other guys practice. He's moving his hands and fingers, imitating their movements. I figured he'd paid attention in class to learn Mandarin. Why would he want to learn how to dance? I end up just sitting in the corner, watching Leopard and the other guys dance until the end of practice. When the club leader announces that we're free to go, we all grab our stuff and head off. But suddenly Senpai comes up to me. Hey Liao, let's go home together. Senpai, I told you not to talk to me during practice. Hey, that doesn't count now that's over, right? You know how suspicious it looks if we're together like this. If we're really together, we can be as suspicious as we want. Tiger sends a fierce glare Senpai's way. Just kidding. Well, I might as well go with you, Liao. It's simply just too much of a burden to open the door just for me, you know? Actually, no, I don't know. It's simply just too easy for me to open the door for you. It's okay to go home together. Senpai, as much as I want to refuse him, I also don't feel right letting his hopes down all the time. Eventually, I give in, letting Senpai come home with me. Finally, thanks to the help of the three big cats, I make it through a chaotic week. Even with all the drama they caused at the beginning, it's calmed down after a few days. For now, little by little, I'm getting used to living with the three big cat spirits. Even so, all I want to do is take a good, nice break this weekend. Alas, my serenity doesn't last long. Liao, will you go shopping with me? Liao, it's a good opportunity to go out this weekend. Perhaps a book or appliance store. I'm interested in them. Would you care to show me? Keep me company. Even after just waking up, these three are already on me. They all want to spend time. They all want me to spend time with them too. Wait, what does Leopard want anyway? It doesn't even sound like he knows what he wants to do. Even then, I kinda get the feeling he really wants to spend time with me too. On the other hand, I can't really refuse the other two. Even though I'd prefer to stay at home and get some rest, it's not really like I have any plans for today otherwise. So what should I do? What should we do? Who should we hang out with? Go hang out with Tiger? Okay. Well, if I have to choose, I think Tiger really wants to go somewhere. Aw, fine. Let you have some time with him today, but Leo has to go out with me tomorrow. Keep me company. Senpai clenches his fists, and Leopard sends me a piercing glare. Why does this stuff always end up being so complicated? Oh, just ignore these lowlifes, or should I say, lost kittens. Who the hell's a lost kitten? I don't see any kittens here. Anyway, Tiger, what kind of appliance store were you thinking about? Some store with plenty of devices. Amazing things like laptops or smartphones. They're such intricate devices. Your computer used to amaze me, but once I got a close look at your phone, I could not begin to imagine the possibilities. It's such a convenient, wonderful device. You're totally old school. I'm a god. These things are new to me. Well, going to an appliance store wouldn't make much sense. We wouldn't even find a laptop there. Then where would we find some? I'll tell you along the way. We should get going. The department store is pretty far away from my apartment, so I catch a bus there with Tiger. There's a supermarket, a bookstore, several specialty goods stores, and a food court here. We should definitely go to the food court to get something good later. What's this? Is this an appliance store? We just walked in the door of the center itself. Clothes and expensive bags cover the shelves all around us. There are clearly no appliances in sight. Not exactly. This is a department store. There are places here which sell appliances, smartphones, laptops, and heaps of electronics. It's a handy place with everything you could need. Department store? Well, I've heard of them before, so this is what one of them is like? I mean, they don't all look the same. Anyway, let's go to the supermarket. As we head into the supermarket, we see lots of goods and produce on sale. Tiger wanders around intrigued. These ones are quite similar to the sacrifices I receive. It's quite the display. He points toward a pile of bulk goods, but the presentation is lacking. Piling them up like this cheapens them. That's just because they're bulk packs, doesn't make them cheap. It's not that I'm questioning the generosity of my worshippers, it just stood out to me. Tiger tilts his head in thought as we walk further through the department store. When we get to the electronics section, he's clearly engrossed by the devices laid out before him. Oh, are these all laptops? He begins to inspect all the different laptops and tablets. You can even see some of those newish convertible devices on display. To be honest, I'm not fully up to date on computers, so I go and try them out with him. Every now and then, Tiger picks up one of the laptops for a closer look, leaving a copy of the laptop sitting there on the table. Tiger, I wanted to ask you this before. So since you're holding that laptop right now, can you use it? Oh, using the laptop? Impossible. I can only touch the chi of the object. I can't affect the current or whatever is inside it. If I had to, I could possibly use my powers to turn on the power switch. Even then, I still wouldn't be able to use it. What do you mean by powers? Well, it is possible to move objects. There just isn't much precision, meaning typing would be difficult. Manipulating a smartphone is beyond me. I have no idea how to use that touchscreen thing. I'm not great with this stuff, but I sort of remember touchscreens work off static electricity or something, I think. In that case, it makes sense why you couldn't use them. So, if you can hit a keyboard, at the very least you could move a mouse, right? So with that, couldn't you use a computer anyway? Indeed, but since I can talk to you, asking you to do my bidding is much easier, is it not? So you don't want to try it by yourself. A computer? To be honest, I am more interested in using a smartphone. Alas, I cannot. As it is, it's exhausting to use my powers to just operate a computer. It's not worth the hassle. So you won't use the computer because you'd get too tired. Simply put, yes. But if you can't use them anyway, Tiger is currently comparing the differences between the two tablets. If you can't use them, why are you so interested in them? It's how people communicate these days. Even you, and especially that kitten. I want to know more about them. That's true, so does watching us use our phones help at all? I'm not sure, I usually can't make sense of it. Although looking at all the technology here, I'm curious, what are the differences between each one? Well, let's see here. I try to explain the specs to him as best I can. I'm not really enough of a techie to explain on the details, I basically just end up repeating the information on the product cards. As you'd expect, it doesn't help much because he already read them. Eventually, I just explained to him that they're just machines and people communicate using software downloaded onto them. Oh, so it's this software on the phone. Alright, let me see what you have on yours. Can I refuse your request? Whatever you have to hide, it doesn't matter. After all, I've seen everything to begin with. I didn't know about it before. There's really embarrassing stuff on there, you know? If you do this to me, it'd just be like a parent checking their kid's diary. How shameful of you. What's there to be shameful of? Well, fine, just tell me the operating procedures of the software. Let me think for a second. If I use my phone, he'll probably be able to see some of my chat history. Maybe if I can distract him. Wait, we're in the smartphone section. There's literally dozens of phones to use here. I mentally congratulate myself for my ingenious plan and go to use a display model for my demonstration. Firstly, did you know smartphones generally have one of two types of operating systems? Each type can run different software from the other. Let me show you. In the process of introducing him to the operating systems of various phones, I also walk him through some of the basic software. Though I regularly use all this stuff, all this information is new to him, who totally didn't understand how it worked until now. We end up trying a lot of phones. A clerk notices me and comes over to introduce some products. Since we're not here to buy anything, I have to decline their help and leave even though Tiger wants to stay. He probably understands that I can't talk to him with the clerk watching us. For me, it's a good opportunity to change the subject. With relief, we head to the appliance section. Thank God I don't have to explain anymore. Fortunately, Tiger also stops talking about phones for now and focuses on all the appliances around him. You can tell he enjoys just looking around here. He ends up asking me what each one was for when he didn't recognize them. I end up having to explain kettles, heaters, even air multiplier fans. Wait. I already know enough about all this stuff. Luckily. What is this cylinder-shaped container for? It's called a water boiler. It heats up and boils water. Once water boils, it turns off. What is this? It appears to have a lot of lights. That's a heater. The lights produce heat when turned on. It's able to keep a room warm, even when it's cold outside. It's useful in winter, but I can't afford the electricity to run one. I agree, it sounds very useful. With this you wouldn't catch a cold, would you, Liao? No need to worry about me, I have enough clothes to keep me warm. I understand. What is this strange circle for? This is, well, it's called an air multiplier fan. I don't really understand how it works. A fan? What principle lets it produce wind without blades? I don't quite know. It pushes wind inside the ring to produce wind, I think. They don't need to be round either. See, that one's rectangle. Honestly, I don't think it's much better than a normal fan. How amazing! How about this one? Honestly, I thought he'd be more surprised to find out it was a fan. That's an induction cooktop. He just looks so amazed. A cooktop? So you're telling me you can cook with this? I know it looks really different from a stove, but yes, you can cook with this. It's powered by electricity, so you don't need fuel and it can be much smaller. See, if you put a pot on one of the circles, it heats up. He moves around to look at the induction cooker from a variety of angles, clearly intrigued by it. Say, could you make a stir-fry on this? This one's probably not big enough. You could boil some food, though. Really, I don't know if I could do a stir-fry or not. It's not like I've used one before. Maybe, it might be possible. So if it's only able to cook boiled food, why not just use a gas stove? Because gas ones are inconvenient to use. For example, I don't have a kitchen in my apartment, but I can make a hot pot at home with this stove as long as the meat and vegetables are prepared. Therefore, it's more convenient. Have a hot pot at home. He nods his head in agreement. Let's buy one. It's way too expensive. Really? Let me take a look. It's quite acceptable. It's far cheaper than all of those smartphones. Of course it would be. But the phones are much smaller. It doesn't work like that. Heaps of small things can cost more than larger products because they're harder to make. I mean, not everything is like that, but you get the idea. I don't want to buy one anyway. Do you not enjoy hot pots, Liao? That's not what I mean. Wait, it doesn't even matter to you. Even if I made a hot pot, you couldn't eat it. No matter what you presented to me as a sacrifice, I would eat it. I've never had a hot pot before. That doesn't mean I need to cook one for you. Wait, why do you even want one if you've never had one before? Your family used to have it for dinner. I've been eager to taste one for myself for some time. So you saw it back at home. I guess that makes sense. Why not eat it back when we had it for dinner? If it's not provided as an offering to me, I can't eat it. A god shouldn't steal food from humans, now should they? I mean, it's not like anyone would notice you eating the chi. That's not the issue. There's no way a god would consume food that hasn't been provided to him as an offering. Otherwise, we'd be no better than beggars. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I know, Liao. I'm not mad. I just believe you need to have more respect for the gods. Be sure to never say that to another god, okay? Yes, I will keep that in mind. I'm very sorry. Glad to hear. Since you're being such a good boy, how about you buy that induction stove top for me as an apology? Well, I can't. My budget is tight as it is this month. It's fine, I was just kidding. Now, what's next? Tiger stops scolding me and moves on to look at the next appliance. I said something I shouldn't have. I messed up. Even though I don't understand everything about how gods consume food, what I said was totally brainless. I'm a child from Jitong family. How could I not show basic respect for him? Feeling guilty, I look through the other appliances with him. I need to make it up to him sometime. Eventually, we see all the produce on the first floor, then head to the second floor, where I have the chance to get some groceries. It's surprising to see so many snacks here. I don't recognize many of these. Indeed, since snacks are usually presented to gods as sacrifice. I'll get you what you want. Any that interest you? I don't really want any myself, but this is a good chance to get him something as an apology. Senpai's back home to help me eat this stuff anyway. If that's the case, I'm not familiar with most of these. I want this one. Oh, this one. And that. Isn't this a bit much? It's okay if you don't want to purchase so many, Liao. I just want to taste them after all. I'm trying to apologize to him, even if it cuts into my budget. I should get him what he wants. I take each snack he points at, then place them into my basket, just for him to go around asking for more. Liao, is this a pancake? Ooh, look at these egg rolls. Hey Liao, they've got free samples of beef jerky here. Without protest, I put everything he wants into the basket. They even have pudding here? Ooh, look at these frozen steamed buns. So these are chicken nuggets? Wait, he's never had chicken nuggets. I decided not to get the frozen buns and grab the pudding instead. Even if Tiger wants them, we don't have a microwave. This way. Hey, Liao, look. They have fried chicken. This place is food cooked and prepared for lunches. It's pretty normal for them to have chicken. The prepared food in supermarkets isn't that good anyway. Really? What a pity. He looks so disappointed. He seems disappointed. I'd prefer to eat downstairs in the food court anyway. That, and I've already spent loads of money on snacks. How about we get fried chicken for dinner? Okay. And I just agreed to eat out for dinner. There goes my budget for this week. Afterwards, we have dinner in the food court before heading home. Can't believe how much money I spent today. Senpai is surprised when I ask him to help me with the snacks I got Tiger. You want me to eat this? No way, that's gross. Huh? Why? It's no different to you. You said it yourself. Even if the cheese is gone, it doesn't matter to normal people. I'm not a normal person. I'm also a god. For me, eating food consumed by another god is like eating something covered in someone else's saliva. No way. Saliva? How rude of you. Regardless, I'm not eating that. Even if I wanted you to eat something I half chewed, you wouldn't do it, right? Indeed. I remember now. Back in the cafeteria, Tiger and Leopard refused to share food as well. So if that's the case, crap. I assumed Senpai would help me out. Otherwise, I wouldn't have let Tiger get so much. What do I do now? Will I have to live on these snacks until I finish them? Yes. Suffer. Sunday. I hope I'll finally have a nice relaxing day off. Though with these 3 cats still around, I doubt they'll leave me alone. Liao, how about we go shopping today? That face. Keep me company. After yesterday, I'd like to spend the day reading. Sure enough, I don't think I'll get my quiet day off. Okay, what are we going to do? If you want me to spend the day with you, can you tell me exactly what you want to do? Dancing. Dancing? We don't have practice today, though. It's the weekend. Teach. Teach you? What for? He goes silent. Somehow I can tell it's not because he can't answer. It's because he doesn't want to answer. Liao, I don't think you could get more from him. We don't have practice today, so there's no need to go, right? No, we go. This is all way too confusing. Although, it's the first time Leopard's ever asked for something, but why today? It's okay, Senpai, I'm going with him. What? Liao, go shopping with me! We can go shopping anytime, right? He wants to do something with me today. So whatever he wants is more important than shopping with me. Honestly, I don't like shopping at all. Really? Liao, you must not have many friends with that attitude. I have lots of friends in the club. Well, I'm Liao's friend. Go shopping with me. Just, no. Aww. If anything, Senpai, I should punish you for spreading rumors about me. Fine. If Liao wasn't going out with me, I'll just go out by myself. I know the face is meant to make you feel bad or something, but like... I swear to God, I'm laughing at his hissy fit right now. Senpai grabs his phone and starts heading out immediately. It's so sudden, I wouldn't be able to stop him if I tried. Senpai slams the door. For just a moment, everything pauses. Was he actually mad at me? If I want to catch up with him now, that would totally be going along with his plan. I'm definitely not walking into his trap, so I decide to leave Senpai alone for now. Well, okay, you ready to go, Leopard? Liao, I want to go with you. Why? You know why, don't you? I'll just worry that you're alone with that aborigine. But, looking back at this week, Tiger and Leopard haven't gotten along at all. I don't want them to fight this weekend too. Please don't be against him. I won't be happy if you two start fighting each other again. Other people can't see you two, so when we're out I can't stop you two. Otherwise people would think I'm crazy. Like that time in class. How about, I'll stay away from the aborigine, on the condition that no matter what you do, you can't leave my sight, alright? Well, I suppose that's fine. It'd be pointless to argue with you. Alright, let's go. I let out a small sigh, picking up my phone and wallet, and leave with the two big cats in tow. Leopard takes me to the mirror wall we use as our club room. Nobody's around since it's the weekend, so I should be safe to just talk to them directly. Liao, what do you plan to do? I'll see what he wants to do. So for now, could you move to the side? I'll call you if I need you. Fine. Remember, don't leave my sight. I must guard you. I agree with a nod and Tiger walks to the side, keeping his distance. It should be easier to talk with Leopard now. I relax and look towards Leopard. Okay, where do you want to start? He said something about teaching. What can he teach me? Maybe the Aboriginal dance? I don't think I'm really confident on that. We studied a bunch of Aboriginal dance videos back when we were practicing for the show. The basic movements of the Aboriginal dance are completely different from pop. To get my head around it, I'd have to start from the basics. Leopard walks to the center of the stage, he squats and stretches his legs, mimicking the warm-up movements we do at practice. So he does want to teach me the dance. Are the Aboriginal warm-ups even the same? Teach me. Dance. He wants me to teach, so he's not going to teach me. Teach me. Dance. Let me just pull this up. I heard you, but why do you want to learn it? Help you. Help me? Well, what do you mean? How does that help me? He goes silent. I can tell he's working hard to find the right words. Familiar. To familiarize yourself with the dance? Familiar. Your life. My life? I guess dance club is a huge part of my life. There's a lot of other things in my life, like school for example. If he wanted to familiarize himself with my life, why choose dancing first? Maybe it has something to do with helping me? The reason I met him was through traditional Rukai dancing. I should emphasize to him that I wasn't actually in that performance. It has nothing to do with me. Familiar. Then help you. So, you want me to help. What can you do to help me? Help you. You thank me. Then go to Wutai. So that's what this is about. He wouldn't be kidding about that. So what he's thinking is that if he somehow helps me, I'll go to Wutai with him. Helping me is his choice, but I shouldn't be expected to return the favor even if I don't want to. Right? If he wants to help me, so be it. After that, I'll find some other way to pay him back. That should be good. Hopefully. I won't try. Well... You walk away for 1 minute and this is what you come back to. Well, I can't stop you. Even if you end up helping me a lot, that doesn't mean I have to help you. You understand this, right? I won't try. He sounds determined. He's made up his mind. Judging by the last week, once he sets his mind on something, nothing can stop him. Doing what he wants is nicer than just rejecting him anyway. I'm only teaching him to dance after all. It's a while off before I need to decide whether to help him or not anyways. Alright. If you insist, I'll be able to teach you pop-style dance moves. They're different to Aboriginal dance moves, so they might be unfamiliar to you. You sure you want to try? I won't try. You can't just say the same thing over again, even if it works. Okay, let's start. I start with my warm-up. Then I try to teach him some of the basic movements. He learns really fast. His body's pretty fit too. Can you even say that a spirit's got a body? Anyways, after just a few tries, he's got most of the moves down, even the backflip. After watching his graceful movements for a while, we move on to some more advanced moves. He nails them. No matter the cartwheel or b-boy, he does them all perfectly. His agility is astonishing. Meanwhile, I'm exhausted. After all, he's a god. Now that I think about it, can't he just float in the air? These moves wouldn't be hard for him at all. Not that anyone would be able to see him anyway. Even then, his dance moves are so precise. It's taken me so long to even get near his level. Way to make me feel worthless. Forget it. I can't compare myself to a god. Who am I to do that? I sit down in exhaustion and fan the sweat off my face. Realizing I'm resting, Leopard nods and stands next to me for a moment, then he leaves without a word. Hey, where are you going? I want to stop him, but my legs don't have the strength to keep up. I see him walk down the hallway, and go up the stairs before leaving my sight. Fly on my monitor, and I don't like it. Why so sudden? I wonder where he's off to. Yeah, he'll probably be back soon. Even then, in some ways I guess things would be easier if he did leave. I try to slow down my breathing. I'll work out what he's up to later. Soon, I see him come back down the hallway, 2 cans held in his paws. Wait, cans? Wouldn't they be floating in the air right now? I rush over to him to make sure no one can see them, taking the cans off him. A girl passing through the hallway gives a suspicious look, but my embarrassed face is enough for her to leave without paying any attention. What is he doing? I drag him over to the chairs and put the cans down on them. For you. He points at the cans, so they're for me? He didn't have to. This is kind of embarrassing. Where did he get the money? And what if someone saw him? I sigh. I really don't know what to do with this guy. He bought these just for me. I can't exactly refuse them at this point. I take one, ready to open it, an embarrassed smile on my face. It is a can of coffee. A hot one. I mean, it's cold today, but I'm still sweating from earlier. It may not be the best, but at least it's something. I smile and take a few sips. Thankfully, it's not too hot. So what about the other one? Is that for himself? Thanks. So is this one yours? No. No? Well, why'd you get 2 then? 2 dropped. Oh, that makes sense. That's pretty good luck. So do you want to drink this one? 1 can's plenty enough for me. I really couldn't drink another one. I'd just be too bloated to dance anymore. From the corner of my eye, I watched Leopard pick up the can of coffee. He doesn't seem to know how to open it. Right, he probably hasn't opened a can before. I'll need to show him. I take my can and make a pulling motion where the ring would be, then bring the can to my mouth as if to drink it. He repeats my motions, getting a claw under the ring, pulling it off, and then... Wait! Liao, what are you doing? For some reason, Tiger rushes over to us. I look over to Leopard. Nice. He worked out how to open the can. Oh. I hear a wet splattering sound, and then realize about half of the coffee is no longer in the can, but instead in a pool around Leopard's feet. Sorry. I'm an idiot. Of course that would happen. He doesn't have a real body. What a waste. Liao, you do know he only needs to consume the qi, right? As gods, we do not need to imitate how humans eat. As you see, this drink doesn't have a straw, so all I need to do is this. Tiger puts his hand above the can, then the liquid starts to float up from the opening to his palm, being absorbed into him. As such, I can drink the coffee. However, as it's still here, you will have to drink it later. Right, I have to drink it regardless. You should really have gotten used to this by now, correct? Yeah, this is on me. After all, I've been offering meals to the two of them every night recently. I've even given them drinks, but the cafeteria always uses straws. I only saw them drinking like a human would. I didn't even think about it this time. Yeah, oh well, I might as well leave the rest. I take the half-empty can of coffee from Leopard. Sorry. You look so defeated. It's not your fault, it's mine for being such an idiot. Everything's okay, I'll have the rest of it. It's pointless to worry over spilt coffee. Fortunately, the tiles here are dark, so there won't be any stains, unlike the white tiles near the mirror walls. It may only be half a can, but it's more than I'd want to drink right now. I can't exactly let this go to waste, though, so I finish it. Regardless, I sit back in the chair and continue resting. It's kinda nice to just sit here with the company of Leopard and my guardian tiger in the warm spring sun. Eventually, that silence becomes awkward, so I try to strike some conversation. So, Mr. Leopard, why did you come to me? You gave me this ability to see you, so there had to be a reason, right? Ask help. What do you want me to help you with? Are there any issues with your tribe? Is it something you need me for? He starts to think whether he's trying to think of what to say or just the Mandarin to say it. I don't know. He remains frowning in silence for some time. Need talk. Talk? With me? Someone need talk with me. So there's no one who needs to talk to you. Okay. So you need a person... I understand. So you need a person who can communicate with the spirits. Like an oracle? Right. Oracle. So you want me to be your oracle. I guess that's kind of similar to being a Jitong. But why me? I'm not part of the Rukai. Doesn't your tribe have their own oracle? Hasn't been. For a long time. So basically, it's a similar situation to back home. But even if you need someone to help you, isn't it a bit forward to ask a Jitong like me? I'm way too young to be an oracle, right? In my family, we worship Han gods. Wouldn't that cause problems with your tribe? I didn't know. You worship Han god. Well, fair enough, you wouldn't have been able to tell. Now you know that my family worships Mazu. Would it not be inappropriate for me to be your oracle? Even if I wanted to, I doubt your people would accept a person from a different race to be the oracle of your gods. I'm sure you understand the situation. You should give up. It's ridiculous to force a Jitong to be your oracle. Tiger, you should let him speak for himself. Leopard remains silent for some time. My people not let know? That isn't okay. Unacceptable. Lying would just cause you trouble. Especially if the truth is revealed someday. But it required. Why? If it's something urgent, I can help you contact with your people. Once that's done, I can be on my way and there won't be any issues. No. A long time. Oh, okay. Still, I've already said I can't make a promise to help you. I don't want you to waste your time staying with me. You're free to leave if you want, so even if I don't help you now, are you still going to stay with me? He nods his head with conviction. I stay. Help you. Wait for when you help me. So the Aborigine is... Alright, fair enough. I sigh. It's not easy to get this guy to give up, is it? I don't have another choice but to work with him for now. Guess I have to wait and see how things turn out. For now, I've had enough rest, so I stand and get ready to get back to practice. Alright, let's go. We'll dance till we run out of energy. We keep on practicing together till I'm exhausted and my body aches. On our way back home, we walk past the vending machine in the corridor. Something seems wrong. If I'm seeing things right, the refill door is ajar. Hey, Leopard, you paid for the coffee, right? Liao, he's a spirit. How else do you think he got it? Just leave it be. Oh, okay. I decide to ignore it and go home. And we are going to leave off there for tonight. Okay. I can't think of anything to say other than this game is extremely adorable. So, stay safe and have a good night.